first Sunday movie review. I couldn't think of any spoof for the beginning. Yeah.
Just starts this way this time.
Normally we have a funny spoof, a real silly spoof. But we couldn't think of
I prefer to think of it as a parody reenactment.
a parody reenactment. Why didn't we do one, Murph?
We just couldn't seem to figure out how to do it.
Why did that happen?
I don't know, because we couldn't find a church. You know.
We're not members of churches.
We just can't.
And if we were, would they allow us to film in there?
Probably not.
This oddness? We did 2 videos today about movie reviews. What was the other one?
I forgot. Well, see, if we did do it, it would probably be those guys holding us at gunpoint in church telling us to see the movie.
Yeah, but we saw the movie, but what really interested us was what happened in the beginning, remember?
Oh, the trailer.
They were playing trailers, and most people were like, I don't like trailers. Well, we don't either, but, you know, movie trailers are fine, but commercials for, you know, no spray.
That's weird. I never get that
Mucinex stuff.
Mucinex.
They were playing commercials for, you know, no spray, and, you know, and that one they always play for Coke. Which is fine, but I had enough of it after a while.
Those little blue-headed things.
Stop playing that.
I like it.
But what happened was, something was wrong with the picture, and everything was pushed down and stretched. So they played a trailer for that movie with Martin Lawrence.
Actually, they had trailers for 2 movies with him.
What was the first one?
The first one was the one where he goes back to that family reunion. He has the picnic table pants. Well, they're not really picnic table. They're plaid.
Well, everyone was like this in the trailer. Squeezed down like this, real squanched. And in at least 2 or 3 of the shots, you could totally see the entire boom mic.
Yeah, and there's another one with Larry the Cable Guy, and you can see the boom in that one, too.
I know, it was just really an interesting, awkward, weird experience.
That other movie with Martin Lawrence is the one with Raven.
Yeah, My College Road Trip.
Yeah, that's
like a G-rated version of Road Trip.
I wouldn't mind. I think it's going to be funny.
I know, but isn't Raven like, 22?
Yeah, so she's like, Dad, why do you keep treating me like I'm a child? It's like, yeah, he has no right treating you like a child. You're practically out of college now.
She must have had so much work to do with the films and TV that she's going to college a little late. Well, I don't know. Let's talk about the goddamn first Sunday movie. What are we talking about that crap for?
It was part of the experience.
But let's talk about First Sunday. It reminded me of a movie, but I don't know what.
They said you feel like we've seen the plot somewhere before.
Yeah, like exactly. Like everything happened exactly the same, but I couldn't remember what it was. If any of you remember, please tell us.
Yeah, and we'll tell you whether it was or not.
But I have some weird feeling that not many people are going to go to this.
I liked it.
I just don't think it's a movie that like a lot of people are going to line up to see. I think they're all getting ready to see Cloverfield.
Oh, yeah.
That one, you know. Well, you'll see if we spoof it or not, who knows.
Probably, just because everyone wants to see us do it, because everyone wants to see it.
Yeah. I hate when we see crap that we don't want to see.
I know, especially one that like moves around all the time.
I'm sure we're going to throw up and be sick the rest of the day.
Probably, we're going to like be all...
The first Sunday was about not Martin Lawrence, Ice Cube. And his son is going to get taken away if he can't pay his old ex-wife's rent. So him and Tracy Morgan, you know, the guy from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, that guy's real funny.
You know, Brian Fellows.
What's LeeJohn?
Well, if he doesn't get the money, his wife's going to take the kid away, ex-wife's going to take the kid away. So, they rob, or they attempt to rob, a church.
Yeah, the one place you shouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole.
Because the church is saving up money to build a new church.
Wow, you remember the whole plot.
I remembered it because they said the movie was filmed in Baltimore.
Wow.
So I tried to remember all I could. I recognized a few landmarks of Baltimore, but we live in the suburbs in part. We don't live in the city.
No.
But we go to that area sometimes.
Just
for like the movies and stuff. Well, I've always wanted to go back to the Science Center.
I always wanted to go back to the aquarium.
Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt and those adopted kids went there recently. They did.
Don't know if I want to go there now.
I just want to go there now.
Because Angelina Jolie was there?
You don't like Angelina Jolie?
I don't know. Something rubs me the wrong way.
What's wrong with her?
Maybe not her specifically. Maybe
you
it was
like
that...
Brad Pitt?
Oh, he's fine. Maybe it was that Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I don't know.
I thought he was alright.
Who knows?
Well, basically, we want to tell you, since we didn't do this spoof, believe me, there's going to be spoofs on other ones. We just were out of ideas.
It was not much better than the barbershop movies.
Yeah, I didn't like this. I never saw part 1, though.
I know why.
Why?
I don't want to go. If they're there, I don't want to go because paparazzi's always following them around all the time. And if they see us, they're going to follow us too.
We're not popular enough for that.
I'd like to think so.
Who watches us?
You know, all these people who post comments down there.
I never saw comments.
Yeah, you go back and they're all down there. They're talking about us right now. They just talked about what we just did right there.
Well, then every single person who sees this, if you like it or hate it, post, comment, and say something about it. Because I don't think we get comments, Murph. I don't know what you're talking about. What?
I swear, all these comments on the videos.
I don't address any of that. I don't recall any of that.
Well, maybe it was a dream I had. I don't know.
As I recall, we only have 2 people who watch this. Well, 3. You, me, and Shane Johnson. That's all I know of. Who else is there? Pollen Facts.
Oh,
There
yeah.
are 2 other people who watch
Pollen
it.
Facts.
But I don't know of anyone else. Do you?
These guys.
No kidding. We have thousands of people who watch us. Let's go.
Thousands upon maybe millions. Who knows? Well, thanks for your support. Sorry we couldn't come up with a parody for this one, but we promise we'll try not to let this happen again. Catch you next time.
Sean and MJ, don't you ever do a video like that again. You are required by contract to do a spoof in the beginning of all your reviews.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Okay, we'll do it next time.
Fine.
Fine, jeez, what's the problem? We couldn't think of anything. God, give us a break. Break with a piece of that... Okay. Oh, right, we won't say it for sponsorship reasons. Give me a break with that bar.